Hi friends, I'm Nathan with the ebookreader.com. For this video, I'm going to do another comparison review. We've got the Kobo Aura H2O 2nd Gen here on the left. We've got the Kindle Paperwhite 3 here on the right. So let's go ahead and talk about the hardware first. The obvious difference is the screen size. This one's got a 6-inch e-ink screen. It's got 300 ppi. And the Kindle, it's got a little bit bigger bezels here, and it's got sort of the soft textured coating on the back. We've got the power button and the USB port on the bottom, and it comes with 4 gigabytes internal memory. And then so with the Kobo Aura H2O, it's got a 6.8-inch e-ink screen. It's got 265 pixels per inch. It also has a waterproof design, so it can be submerged underwater for 60 minutes. It's got this different kind of texture on the back. We've got the power button right here, and then we've got the USB port on the bottom. So they're both basic. This one has 8 gigabytes memory though, so it's got more storage space, and the overall size is actually really similar. So if we line these up, the Aura H2O is like barely taller because the Kindle has the bigger bottom there. And then it's a little bit wider along the edge, and then the width is about the same. The Kindle has a little bit more rounded edges. But yeah, they're about the same thickness as far as that is. So let's go ahead and talk about the front lights now. This is the biggest thing that differentiates these two e-readers. So as you can see, the Kindle has a completely different tone. It's a lot more of a whitish tone, whereas the front light on the Aura H2O is sort of like a more of a grayish bluish tinge to it, and it's not quite as bright. So they're both maxed out at this setting. So the Paperwhite definitely has more of a paper-like appearance to it. So let's go ahead and mess with the different brightness levels here. So we got it maxed out right here. Let's sort of go with the medium setting, and then we'll drop it down to, let's just actually go ahead and turn these off. So as you can tell, there's quite a bit of difference in the background color of these two, even with the front lights off. So the Kindle just has quite a bit lighter background tone than the H2O. It was the same story when I compared the H2O with the Aura 1. For whatever reason, it just has sort of a darker background. I think it's because of the new capacitive screen they're using. They usually used to use infrared screen. So another thing with the Aura H2O, it really separates it, is it has the front light that can be adjusted. The color tone can be adjusted. So if you want more of an orange tone for reading at night, you can go all the way to this far into the spectrum and everything in between. So here's kind of a closer look at the front light option. So the Kindle, obviously, it just has that natural color. You can't change it. You can just adjust the brightness. But then with the H2O, you can have the natural light settings. You can also set auto, so it automatically adjusts sort of as the day goes on and as the night goes on. So you get this sort of a yellower tone. So this is sort of a little bit less drastic when you don't have it all the way at the end of the scale. But yeah, so that's one of the main differences. With the front lights, the Kobo Aura H2O and the Kobo Aura 1 both have that Comfort Light Pro where you can adjust it, so you can just sort of have it exactly how you want. Alright, so you can see the same book loaded on here. This is with side-loaded books. One thing I wanted to show quickly is with Kobo Aura, the Kobo e-readers, is they have that header and footer on their own ebook. So the actual content of the screen is very similar to the Paperwhite as far as the lines of text. So when we have it on this one with the side-loaded books, the Kobo doesn't have the header on there, but you can install a patch if you want to get rid of it. All right, so let's talk about the font choices. Obviously, the biggest thing that separates the Kobos and Kindles is the available font choices. Kobos, you have a lot more font options. You can side-load your own fonts, and with Kobos, you got this option where you can make the text bolder if you want. So that's kind of like the main negative with the Kindle, is you don't have many boldness options. This is the only bold font with the Kindle, and they don't have any serif options, just this one option. So as you can see with the Kobo, I can still use any font you want, any of the preloaded fonts that is, and adjust the weight to make it darker. It does not work with side-loaded fonts. But so here's like that regular font, the preloaded, the fonts here that we're comparing, the same one, and this is the one on the Kobo with it made bolder. So it does have a little bit of drawback in that it makes the text sort of rougher, a little more jagged, but being able to control it's a big advantage. So the Kobos also have the option, some more like line spacing, margin options. You can use the left justification if you don't want the weird line spacing. So the Kindles do have that option, but only on enhanced formatting ebooks. It doesn't work on side-loaded books unless you were to convert them to KFX format. So Kindle's another advantage. You have landscape mode. You can read your ebooks in landscape mode, and the size of the Kindle kind of suits it well to hold it that way. Kobos don't have landscape for ebooks, so the Kindles have these kind of useless margin settings. So there's really only like one, maybe two that are useful. And then You got this reading progress thing down here, and if you tap on that, you can adjust the reading progress for your chapters and books. So page speed, a little bit better on the Kindle as far as page turns, but with the Kobo's EPUBs, they're faster. This is just that side-loaded book, so it's a little bit slower. Some other features with Kobos, you have the different tab zones. You can set the different tab zones up here if you wanted to customize that. You've also got the refresh settings, 1 through 6 pages, how often the full page will refresh. The Kindles, you can just turn that on and off in settings. So here's the highlighting. So highlighting used to be a lot better on Kindles, but they've sort of improved it lately on the Kobos. It seems to be working a lot better for me. I get more accurate. I can end it exactly where I want. So highlighting seems to be pretty comparable between these nowadays. Used to be a big advantage for the Kindle, but the Kobo still it's doing much better these days. So they've also got this sort of navigation option. You can jump through chapters with these arrows. You can use the table of contents. Kindles has like a 9-page view, but only with enhanced typesetting books. Kindles also has like some other features like Goodreads integration. And you've also got like, what is it? Oh, on the Kobos, they have different features for their other books than their sideloaded books. Let me show you in a second. So you got the same sort of table of contents. Kindles definitely loads a lot faster when you're jumping around a book. It just takes a little bit longer on the Kobos. So Kindles also has like some extra features. So let's talk about the actual books from their respective stores now. So Kindle books, a lot of them have this X-ray feature. It's a cool feature actually. If there's like a lot of characters in a book, you can view images and stuff. You get different info about terms in the book. So X-ray features, kind of cool on the Kindle. It also has some other stuff in here. You got vocabulary builder, word-wise. So overall, Kindle, you got a lot more features overall as far as these little things. This might not be helpful to you at all. I mean, word-wise, it's kind of like a tool for kids. But so yeah, that's just some stuff to consider. So Kobo, a little bit more vanilla, but you got this cooler estimated reading timer with Kobos, but it only works on their books. And then they've got this related reads section. You can get some sort of similar thing on the Kindle with the about the author. You've got the list of the author's books on here, so that's kind of cool to be able to check out all the other books the author has written. And then there's also this about the book section, so it will tell you like the synopsis of the books. You can read reviews and whatnot. So Kobo has sort of a similar thing, view details, sort of a panel that pops up. You can read the synopsis of the book and reviews and do stuff like that. So it's sort of similar. Overall, though, the Kindle has more software features. Obviously, the Kobo has better font choices, better font layout features, text layout features. The Kindle also has this advantage with being able to export notes. So there's no way to export notes on Kobo, so that's definitely a drawback. You can also go online to a web browser with the Kindle and get your notes from there. Another advantage here is with PDFs. So I'm always saying the Kindles are actually probably the best 6-inch PDF readers. They just got the software smooth enough that it works, but obviously PDFs aren't suited for this size screen. But that darkness feature, it really helps make the text look darker. And as you can see, the screen size doesn't really make a difference. Pinch zooming, definitely a lot smoother. This goes for like all aspects on Kobos. I don't know why they're pinch zooming so slow and wonky, but it's just sort of the same when you're trying to do it with comics or images or something. It just jumps around so much that it kind of makes it hard to use, quite frankly. So let's take a look at landscape mode. So Kobos have landscape mode for comics and PDFs, just not ebooks. But again, the scrolling really kind of just kills the whole deal because it's just not very smooth at all. Really jagged. It doesn't go into the nice smooth partial refresh mode that a lot of e-readers do. And then it also turns pages. It'll reset each page to the top left. So if you scroll down the page, it'll just reset to the top left when you turn the page. So, and then when you're turning pages, it doesn't go down the page, so you have to scroll like this. It's the only way to get to the bottom of the page. So yeah, that's definitely some major limitations with Kobo software. A lot of people like reading PDFs, myself included, and with Kindles, it's just so much smoother. All you do is tap, and it will follow this page downward. You'll get a little bit of overlap on the page a bit, but it's just so much smoother. And then even when you do enter the partial refresh or the zooming mode, and you scroll around, just a way smoother. I don't know. Kobo just doesn't ever put any effort into their PDF software. So Kindles, they've definitely got the advantage there. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review right here. Kobo, in short, has the advantage with the light. You know, you can change the different colors of the light, and it has the definitely better fonts and better font choices. You can sideload your own fonts. And then Kindle, obviously, it has the advantage with having like more complete feature set. It's better for PDFs. It's just better for different kinds of content, where the Kobo just mostly excels for ebooks. And the sideloaded books are good too on both of them, but the Kindle has like the emailing feature. So and then the Kobo, you have to use your computer to sideload everything, since it doesn't have a memory card slot anymore. So just a couple of differences. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this review. Check out the written review for more details. I also have the full review of both of these devices with a lot more info, more in depth on the software. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.